Hello, welcome to another 7 Stories in 7 minutes. And I get asked loads, Debbie, what's happening with the NHS? What is going on? What can we expect moving forward? And I've said a lot of things that maybe some people would think were quite extreme, like robots and hospitals won't be around, and it all does sound like science fiction, but it isn't, it's science fact. So I thought today, for those of you who are struggling to get the word through to your friends and family, here you go with a few facts straight from the horse's mouth. So buckle up, because we're going to have a quick ride through the NHS Confederation, because this is straight from the horse's mouth. So story one, NHS Confederation Health and Care Sector latest developments. You can't get more up to date than that, can you? So let's look at the facts, folks. Nearly 150,000 aged 90-year-olds and above wait 12 hours in England A&Es each year. Fact, right? Next fact. Fixed district nursing or risk jeopardising plans to shift care closer to home, warns think tank. It isn't going to work. We don't have the staff. And I don't think we've even got the medical devices to do this ridiculous hospital at home. And we've been talking about hospital at home for ages, where the hospital bed is going to be your bed in your bedroom. Fact. Let's go on to the next fact. Britain could face the worst flu epidemic in 10 years. This is coming straight from the NHS Confederation, folks. The Daily Telegraph has reported that flu has arrived a month early and they are all hell-bent on getting a flu jab into you. So the UK HSA latest data show cases have increased this week from 6.1% to 8.2%, largely driven by a spike amongst school-age children. There you go, you see they're targeting the children. Fact. Next fact from the NHS Confederation. Net zero tax warning over rising NHS medicine costs. What did I say? Medicine costs for us up, USA down. A new net zero recycling tax, will increase NHS drug prices, a major pharmaceutical maker has warned. Told you, prices are going to go up. Expect your prescriptions to go up. That's if you can get your drugs. Fact from NHS Confederation. Next one. BMA condemns proposed 2026 pay rise. The BMA has criticised the 2.5% pay increase proposed by the government for doctors in 2022, calling a real-term pay cut. So, you know what? Expect more doctors' strikes. I haven't got a lot of sympathy for the doctors. I don't know what your feelings are, but good luck, doctors. You don't have my support. So those are facts, folks, from the NHS Confederation, and we're going to be looking at robotics moving forward, or artificial intelligence moving forward, and no outpatients in hospitals by, what was it, 2035? It's going to go. Let's go on to story two, which actually tandems in quite nicely because it's private care. So this is the Nuffield Trust, and they're warning mounting concerns over feasibility of plans to shift care closer to home. They're saying it's going to be an uphill struggle. Let's look at further into the story, where it says 1.2 million people are waiting for NHS community care, and 1 in 4 children on the list wait over a year for their treatment. Should we just repeat that? 1.2 million are waiting for NHS community care. Not hospital care, community care. So this is social care, right? We haven't got enough people to look after sick and vulnerable people in their own homes. The CQC has also added to the mounting evidence that the social care sector is under severe strain and over-reliant on overseas recruits. Can you see where this is going? As tighter immigration restrictions kick in, this is becoming increasingly risky, and firm plans to boost the domestic workforce won't take effect until 2028, 2029. So if we're going to stop immigrants and migrants coming into the country, what they're saying is we're all pretty much lost in social care. We don't have social care. Let's go on to the next story. Virtual wards enabled by technology. This is nursing at home. This is care at home. And what struck me was this virtual hospital, virtual ward, which is really your bedroom. It says you must have, this is critical to successful delivery of a technology platform. You've got to be able to monitor your respiration rate, your oxygen saturation, your systolic blood pressure, your pulse rate, your level of consciousness, and your temperature. Well, you're going to do that all via an app. You're probably going to have to input the data yourself, and some AI chatbot is going to tell you whether you're okay or not. This is crazy, folks. This is crazy. But that's what we're looking at. And staying with medical a little bit, look at this story in the Daily Telegraph. NHS artificial intelligence AI trial to diagnose prostate cancer up to a month faster. I'm telling you, gentlemen, they're after your prostates. I would be protecting your prostate because the tests that they're using are often coming up with fake positives. So please protect your prostate. We didn't have all of these tests back in my day. It's ridiculous. Let's go on to the next story. Story 5. Christmas. Turkey. Who's going to have turkey for Christmas? Oh, shame we've got avian flu. What a time. And they're going to be culling the turkeys. And the turkeys may have E. coli. You know where I'm going. My regular followers will know where I'm going with this. And that's my little screenshot. I went into Asda to look at, I've done a little comparison on turkey prices. Frozen. So £24.74 for a large turkey, which apparently will feed 11 to 12 people. Just saying, if you're going to get your turkey. Story 6. Well, if you haven't got your mobile phone signal, and we've reported on communities that haven't, you're going to get a satellite phone. Fabulous, you think to yourself. Well, you can't talk on a satellite phone. No, you can only access the internet and perhaps send messages. So good luck to those of you that are on Starlink or whichever satellite you happen to be joined up to. And finally, have you heard of job hugging? I hadn't heard of it. But according to The Independent, this is the new term behind a morbid careers reality. Basically, it's describing people who cling hold of their jobs because they're terrified that if they leave their job, it's going to get replaced by AI, or that their jobs in the future aren't going to be recruiting and they're going to get squeezed out of a job. So they're literally too terrified to move on, or even maybe to consider reducing hours. And this is the new term. This is the brave new world we're entering, job hugging. Anyway, those are your 7 stories in 7 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you like, please share. And don't forget, whatever happens, keep smiling.